It's the final day of Glastonbury. Heading down to Somerset now, BBC Two welcomes back Jules Holland and Jay Middlemiss.
Welcome to the pageant of music, weather, sandwiches and tea that is the Glastonbury Festival. It's in the third day now and we've been covering it and been having a general frenzy here in the mud. The weather's cleared up a bit. As I speak, Tony Bennett is on the stage over there and he will be joining us for sandwiches later on. What else will we be seeing, Jane?
We are going to be seeing Robbie Williams, that he performed last night, Bennett, Butler as well, Morcheeba. We have lots of sandwiches, but we're not allowed to touch them, apparently.
No, not a single hand will touch those sandwiches.
Until Tony arrives to have tea, especially with Jules. But first, they headlined the main stage last night. They were fantastic. It's your chance to see them now. It's Blur with Parklife. Blur there, one of the highlights of this year's Glastonbury Festival, and they really wowed the crowd last night. But Jules, you've done some wowing in the crowd yourself this year, haven't you? What's it like up there?
Well, we played first thing on that stage yesterday morning. I must say that Blur drummer, he's got a bit of power about him. And when we played, it was sunny, and so I thought, well, we'll keep this going. So I got all the crowd to sing along with us. We did this old reggae song, and we all got them to sing along. No rain, no rain. And literally, as they sang that, this huge cloud came and poured on everybody. But there's such nice people in that crowd, they could see the irony of it, and they were all laughing and singing along. And that's the marvel at the crowd at Glastonbury.
And still dancing in the rain.
Still dancing, they were marvellous. Yeah,
that's
a complete charge. The whole band went mad, our band anyway.
You done anything else?
I've done a bit of shopping. Can I show you what I've got?
Come on, then show us what you've got.
I've bought this jacket, and of course, when you're out there walking around in the mud, meeting all the people, it can be very difficult. You want to be spotted for safety reasons.
Yes.
So I got this, but it's quite good because it's on the back of it. It's got this written, you see. Polite. Very nice. Very stylish thing, don't you think?
Very stylish.
Can we show the public anything about style?
Well, we can show this public something about style because, despite contrary beliefs, people don't walk around here nude, Jules, do they?
Regrettably, no.
They don't walk around here and you're just smeared in mud. They actually do have style about them. Should we see a film about Glastonbury style, Jules?
I should enjoy that.
Let's see it.
There we are, the little bit of mud, people having a nice time. But what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the main stage because Tony Bennett is on there.
Very exciting.
The crowd absolutely love him, they're going mad for him, and why not? So let's go to the main stage now, where Tony Bennett is performing live from Glastonbury.
Paul Langosh on the bass. Round. What do you say we do one for the MTV crowd? Stepping out with my baby. Can't go wrong, 'cause I'm in right. It's for sure, not for maybe, that I'm all dressed up tonight. Stepping out with my honey. Can't be bad to feel so good. I never felt quite so sunny that I keep on knocking wood. There'll be smooth sailing 'cause I'm trimming my sails. With my top hat and my white tie and my tails. Stepping out with my baby. Can't go wrong 'cause I'm right. Ask me, when will that day be? The big day may be tonight. If I seem to scintillate, it's because I've got a date. A date with a package of the good things that come with love. You don't have to ask me, I won't waste your time. But if you should ask me why I feel sublime, there'll be smooth sailing 'cause I'm trimming my sails. With my top hat and my white tie and my tails. Stepping out with my baby. Can't go wrong 'cause I'm in right. Ask me, when will that day be? The big day may be tonight. What a night! At you and suddenly something in your eyes I see soon begins bewitching me. It's that old devil moon that you stole from the sky. It's that old devil moon deep in your eyes. You and your glance makes this romance too hot to handle. Stars in the night blaze in their light, can't hold a candle. You've got me flying high and wide on a magic carpet ride full of butterflies inside. I wanna cry, I wanna croon, I wanna laugh like a loon. It's that old devil moon deep in your eyes. Just when I think I'm free as a dove, old devil moon deep in your eyes lines me with love. Got me flying high and wide on a magic carpet ride full of butterflies inside. Yes, I wanna cry, I wanna croon, I wanna laugh like a loon. It's that old devil moon deep in your eyes. Just when I think I'm free as a dove, oh, devil moon deep in your eyes blinds me with love. If it ain't got that swing, it don't mean a thing. All you gotta do is swing. It makes no difference if it's sweet or hot. Make it all the rhythm that you got. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Claim! San Francisco. The golden sun will shine for me. Thank you very much. It's 2:45. There's no one in the place except you and me. Set 'em up, Joe. I've got a little story that you ought to know. We're drinking, my friends, to the end of a brief episode. So make it one for my baby, one more for the road. I've got the routine. Drop another nickel in the machine. Nickel. I'm feeling so bad. Wish you'd make the music dreamy and sad. I could tell you a lot, but you've gotta be true to your code. Make it one for my baby, one more for the road. Now you'd never know it, buddy, I'm a kind of poet, and I've got a lot of things to say. When I'm gloomy, you gotta listen to me, for they're all talked away. Well, that's how it goes. That's how it goes.
fabulous Tony Bennett, accompanied by Ralph Sharon and the musicians there. And in a moment, Tony will be being helped through the mud. And I don't want to see a speck of mud on his suit. He's going to be helped back and we'll be having tea with me right here. But in the meantime, we're going to
How do you think he's going to get through the mud?
Well, as you said, skis might be one way of doing it, but I'd like maybe a little jetpack or something like that, or some sort of a hoist, but I don't want to see him mudded in any way.
But it does look like a completely different event. He's up on the stage there looking all suited up, and we're here and we're like muddy boots and pants and everything.
As you say, the man is setting the example, which
He
I'm very
is setting an example.
pleased to see.
But wait, this is Glastonbury 98. We've got Morcheeba coming up, we've got Robbie Williams on this very programme, but now they were on the main stage just a little earlier, the Liverpudlian. Here's Space with Female of the Species.
There we are, that was Space, that we recorded earlier on today. As you can see, this actually, because we're coming, each time you come back to us, this is live here, and you can see how the weather's starting to change, a bit of a breeze across here. The other thing, of course, I was explaining earlier, which I might tell you, is that one of the reasons that the festival is here and the thing is going is because Christ was supposed to have walked here with his Uncle Joseph.
This is really interesting.
And that was the main point. And the song, "And Did Those Feet in Ancient Times," was written about, oh, was that him walking across the top of Glastonbury Tor? More of that later, though. What things have you seen while you've been...
Well, I saw Placebo last night, who were absolutely incredible. So I saw that. And
were you naked in the mud, rolling around, or...?
No, but I was sort of like looking at Brian thinking, cool, Brian, you're looking pretty sexy.
they must have been good for you.
They were very good, exactly. They must have been very good to sing that.
And how would you describe the humour of the crowd as you're walking amongst them?
The humour of the crowd, I think the Glastonbury crowd is a unique crowd because, you know, there's mud everywhere. It's like sploshing around in a big paddling pool full of mud. And everyone's smiling, everyone's enjoying themselves. And I was up in the healing field and people are walking around there without any shoes on, man.
That's right. There is apparently a nudity field as well. I haven't seen that yet.
Nude saunas.
Nude saunas. I'll go and try that maybe while the next video's showing. What have we got?
We have part of the process, Jules, and this is Morcheeba.
This one is called Part of the Process.
That was Morcheeba, who performed fantastically last night. Now we have the legendary Mr. Tony Bennett with us next. Jules getting prepared to talk to him. But now we have backstage stories, stagehands.
We are in charge of production for the main stage here at Glastonbury, Pyramid Stage, and we've got 10 bands on every day, and the whole stage is actually divided into 2 stages. So while one band is playing, you're actually able to set up another 3 bands in the back. It's a lot of equipment sometimes, and it's...
Sorry, Amos brought in about 30 large boxes, 2 studio racks, virtually a recording studio miniature set up at the side of the stage.
It's very long hours. We're here from 9 o'clock in the morning to 1 o'clock at night. And we actually got a little bus parked around the corner here. It's like a proper tour bus with nice beds and a little video lounge and that. So usually we go there after we finish work, around 1 o'clock,
tonight
1:30.
we'll probably be going straight from stage to bed, I think.
Yeah.
Probably happening maybe 1 beer or something before we go to bed.
Try to squeeze down a beer or maybe a bottle of wine before we go to bed, and then we get up around 8 o'clock in the morning again. And
Another
do it
16 hour day.
Yeah.
I think we'd definitely, the one thing that we were wishing for at the moment would be a bath, certainly by the end of tonight.
Yeah, it'd be really nice. And after Sunday I'm going to go back home and soak in the bath.
Lie in the bath for about 3 hours, put some music on, chill out.
I'm not going to put any music on.
Oh, I don't mind that. I like that. So robotics, excellent. I'm going to go and sort this out actually.
Can you reverse up to this ramp?
It's on this way,
Yeah.
So there are some of the things that have been going on backstage at Glastonbury, and now I'm very pleased to welcome the man that was just been a huge success on the stage here just a few months ago. He's come back here in the Land Rover, Mr. Tony Bennett. In fact, I think we'll give him a spread round of applause.
That's very nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Tony, what were the crowd like out there for you?
They were just magnificent. I mean, it's so wonderful to be received that way, you know, and it's something that's unforgettable. It's an experience. I rarely do something like this, and it's for such a great cause, you know.
Yeah.
So I just loved it. I loved every second of it.
And the crowd completely went mad for it, didn't they?
They were
loved the
wonderful.
whole thing.
They were just so wonderful, you know. They're so pure about their enthusiasm, and I just loved every second of it. Thank you.
Oh, we loved that drummer. Who was the drummer? Who was
That's
that
Clayton
guy?
Cameron. He used to play with the late Sammy Davis Jr., and he's just wonderful. In fact, the great baseball player in America, Yogi Berra, I just ran into him. I was doing a film with Billy Crystal, you know, and he said, that drummer you have, he said, that's the best drummer I've heard since Gene Krupa.
Yeah, he's got that, hasn't he? He's got that excitement.
He really
snap.
is, he's a showstopper.
Yeah,
And he does a different solo every night. He really does.
No, I could see the whole band was sort of having a good time. I mean, this, as you can see, the whole thing is like, there's a lot of mud. Have you done any other shows that have been as muddy as this? That you
No, this has been it. Right, this is it.
this is as far as mud goes. You know.
No, this is you know, unforgettable.
Now, just as you came in, you had some things that I saw you've been doing. I know because you sketch all the time. I know you've been drawing. You're a great artist. And and you did some sketches the other night.
Well, I always do in London, you know, because I love the whole spirit of the place, and I love coming here every year for 40. This is my 50th year in show business now, and I just love it, you know. So let's see what I have here.
It's interesting, like Charlie Watts, for instance, the drummer in the Rolling Stones, he's sketched every hotel room he's been in.
Yeah,
So
well, I do. I actually paint, and so I carry sketches. And at Ronnie Scott's, Charlie Mingus's big band is playing a very great experimental band, the best musicians from New York and jazz. And I did sketches.
Yes, I saw this. And let me hold this up for the camera. This is great. That's great movement. I love the bass player there. He's really got him on there. It's really...
That's
and
with
so
the brush.
you just sat quietly at the back of the club.
That's exactly right. We do this everywhere, you know.
Now I happen to have actually Duke Ellington's autobiography here, but I've got it because he talks about you here.
Oh, is that right?
And he says according to Frank Sinatra, Tony Bennett is the greatest. And if Frank Sinatra says that Tony Bennett's the greatest, including himself, then I agree. So no, Duke Ellington clearly thought highly of you.
Very nice.
Now,
yes.
of course, we've lost Frank. What would you think was it about Frank that was really special?
Well, he was the best entertainer in the whole music world in the United States. He was, he conquered every medium. He was just, he made all of us fall in love with his music. I mean, he was my best friend. He wasn't just my best friend in show business, but anywhere. And it was a great loss. But his music will live forever. It'll never sound dated. He had such musicality. I compare him to, in the classical field, to someone like Di Stefano, who just had this special musical gift, that he just heard music better than anyone else. And in popular music, that's how Frank Sinatra was. He was just the finest delineator of popular light entertainment music in the United States.
Yeah, and summed up a generation of songs, didn't it?
Yes.
But then again, you see, when you played there, that music was timeless. People loved it. It wasn't of a time. It was just great music, and that's
This
why
is
they
it.
loved it.
No, the people never let you down.
But how about Duke Ellington? Because you worked. He also says. Can I just say one other thing? He said Tony Bennett. I don't mean to embarrass you, but he said he's the most unselfish performing artist today. He gives credit to everybody with him, including the fourth triangle player.
Well, I believe in that. Maurice Chevalier taught me that years ago, and I got to meet him, and he said, always show the public that there are other artists on the stage beside yourself, and I like that. I think it's the right thing to do. Everybody wants to be known, and they should get proper credit.
And I saw you chose, I mean, it was a very interesting selection of songs, and you did one for My Baby, one for The Road. What is it that you're looking for in a song? Is it the words first or the music?
Well, no, the main thing is to, the music hits you emotionally, and the words hit you intellectually, and when you get a good, crafty songwriter, like the fellow who wrote that song was Johnny Mercer with Harold Arlen. And Harold Arlen wrote Wizard of Oz, So, I mean, when you get a great craftsman, you're going to find some pretty good songs.
Great. Well, I think that's about all we've got time for.
Well,
We're really pleased. Thanks a lot for coming over and saying hello.
Good to see you again.
Really, take care, Tony. We'll see you again soon. So now I'm going to go over to Jane, who's going to tell you what's next.
Can you believe Tony Bennett here? You just got to have a look round, right? Because this place was completely deserted before Tony Bennett turned around. Have a look round here. Everybody around here. This is Tony Bennett's doing. He was fantastic on stage earlier, wearing the mud in Glastonbury, and one man who absolutely wowed the crowds last night, took to the stage when everybody's spirits were down. He lifted them up. It's Robbie Williams, and this is Angels.
This is called Angels. I sit and wait. Does an angel?
From getting up there and dancing on the stage with Oasis, running on, doing a dance, to doing it all himself, Jules. There he was last night, singing his head off, and the crowd lifting. That was lovely seeing that, wasn't it?
The crowd loved him. The crowd loved him. They really did. They got really going.
Yeah.
And he was nervous, I think. He said he was nervous.
He said he was,
But there was no need to have been because he did fine.
He did absolutely marvellous.
Now, in a moment, we're going to see a film about the people of Pilton, which is a nearby village to here. But let's face it, the people around here have always been up against something because it's been a mystical place. There was Arthur and the Round Table, Christ walking in. There's always been something going on, and then a huge festival. But what is it like for local people? Let's have a butcher's and see.
Which will be 16 inches in 10 years.
I retired here, you see. I like village life. The WI, the over sixes and all that kind of thing. But I don't belong to them anymore because I've got older.
Yeah, I was born in Pilton. Yes, I'm nearly 44 now. And yeah, it's a lovely place to grow up in. A marvellous childhood here, Went to the village school. And you notice that things change over the years, but only when you look back.
Faces have changed so quick now, that's the trouble.
All the old people
Old
have gone.
faces and all that have gone, died out,
all the young ones.
over the years. There's a lot of new people to come in the village.
You don't know them.
You don't know who they are.
No.
Still, they don't trouble us.
It's just quiet and peaceful, mostly. Well, it won't be that peaceful next week, will it? Not that that worries me. It doesn't, because it's only a week. And, you know, I think a lot of the kids take their holidays during festival time. And who am I to begrudge kids a week in the country?
You know, there's a lot of wildlife around here. Just got the barn owls back now, and they've been away for a long time, you know, because all the barns have gone. And, you know, they're back now. I saw some the other day. I seen 3. And it was just dark, and they come swooping down through the apple orchard. Oh, that was lovely. Well, I come down over the hill about 7:45 in January, and all of a sudden I looked up and I saw one of those puma things, these black cat things. I was about 100 yards away from them, but they looked like they looked like all Chinesey. Their heads looked Chinesey. Well, he was about that long, I suppose. But I saw them, they were slinking along. They were just slinking. And Smokey, his ears pricked up and he was sort of gone. And then he was gone, quarter of an hour. He come back and he was frightened. You know, and so was I. Yeah, we went on home then. yeah, we went on home then.
Eat by dreaming.
No, there was one around here, something around here, we don't know what it was. I don't know what it was.
I haven't seen, I can't say that I've ever seen
I did, I saw one more.
Seen mink and that come about here, and deer. Now we got owls around here, and owls in the barn, one thing and another. You got plenty of wildlife.
I pack up and go inside and play the food, the pleasure to do, and I don't go out while that's on.
I've never been in there.
No, we've never been there, but I don't think much of it.
We hear it all right, I do. All the see these windows here. When the music is playing, these windows. I'm deaf and I can hear the windows vibrating.
Yeah.
They do, honest.
I think sometimes the panes of glass is coming out.
I mean, a lot of folk, I mean, all those folk, I mean, like the drugs and everything, I can't see they do anybody any good. You know, but there again, all the cider I used to drink, I mean, I didn't do a lot of no, but flipping drugs ain't no good, be 'em.
You still see after hedges is fed out in the autumn and fall.
Rubbish.
See these little sachets of white powder. You know, whatever it is. Did you try it?
Oh,
what the hell they want to try it for?
No, thanks.
It's hidden baking powder, I don't reckon.
I was talking to a friend, I was up the hill there, all of a sudden, and we were parked side by side in the road, and he came down on his hill on his Honda 50, and he was singing his head off. He must have been on something good there. And then, well, he didn't even notice. The cars were there, and he went straight, he went straight through between us, and so he come off of there like a flipping torpedo, and he went straight down through, and he got up all right. And I said, oh, what are you doing? And he come back up, and he just pulled the plug the cap off, shook his hand a bit where he got the shocks, left the bike there and went on. Yeah.
Oh, it isn't too bad. As long as the weather's nice, and they can have a good time if it's fine. If it's wet, they're up to their neck in mud.
Yeah.
There we are. The people are charming and lovely, accommodating. People of Pilton chatting about what it's like to be part of the festival. And of course, and their forefathers and their grandmothers and years ago would have been there in all the sacred sites, and Arthur and the Round Table was there and Christ was walking here. The same people would have been there trying to get on with their lives.
Would you have a festival in your back garden?
No.
No.
In a word, no, I wouldn't. I'd be completely against it. So I thought they were very nice about the whole thing.
I did. I thought they were lovely. But we are at Glastonbury 98, and we do have other stages. We're going to go live now to the Jazz World stage and Trilok Gurtu. That was Trilok Gurtu over in the Jazz World stage there. You get a lot of different tunes all together over there. Tony Bennett has just left the area and his big people carrier, he's off there. Bye, Tony. Give him a wave. Fantastic block.
Four-wheel drive there.
Yes, four-wheel drive. We've got two more numbers coming up from Mr. Bennett himself. We have Space as well coming up. But first, he came over earlier on, sat in the tent, picked a guitar up, Jules, and did a little acoustic number for us.
He didn't just pick it up, he picked up a 12-string guitar.
Wow, he's Bernard Butler.
Go play safe, fly low, for the sake of all you should know. Throw your staff down from the citadel, run away. He won't laugh at what you said. He's got a princess to impress. I got no boat, plane, or place to go, just the ring. People move on, move along. Move along.
There's a man who follows me down the street, holding roses for all the girls he meets, and his hair it curls down to his feet. He gives me the creeps. He'll take the winds from your sails, quoting Jesus, hands on the cans. But his words usually fail to move me anyway. The people move on, move along. People move on. I just gotta keep moving on, moving on, moving on. Go play safe, fly low, for the sake of all you should know. Throw your staff down from the citadel, run away.
There we are, Bernard Butler performing People Move On, which he performed in the little tent over there earlier on. We're going to be filming him when he performs with his band on the main stage later on. There's and I shall be here. In fact, I insist you join me. I insist you join me. I shall be here this evening, showing you more highlights of what's been going on at the Glastonbury Festival. What else will we see this evening?
Well, tonight we're going to see performances in our very tent by Baby Bird and Eliza Carthy, but...
Malcolm Hardy, Dr. John, sorry.
Tonight as well?
Yes.
Wow, great one, Jules. Well, we're going to go straight over now to Space, who were on earlier, and this is Avenging Angels.
To do the deadly deed to rescue me. Rescue.
Fantastic Space, who played on live on the stage earlier. And was it my imagination, or was Tommy wearing eyeshadow?
I couldn't really tell from the distance. I'd have to get close up with my scrutinising equipment to really tell, to be certain about that.
We are back, because Jules has very politely asked me to come back at 11:35 tonight.
I've insisted you join me.
He's insisted, so I shall be here at 11:35 tonight. We're going to have live music from Spiritualized and Pulp, Dr. John, and we're going to have incredible acoustic numbers in our tent as well, Jules, aren't we?
And all sorts of people will be joining, you know, coming over and saying hello, being around generally and finding out what the whole festival's been about. But now I think we're at the end of this broadcast, to bring us to the close of this Sunday afternoon. Let's see what happened on that main stage when the man who was a big surprise and enormous hit played. Let's welcome back Mr. Tony Bennett.
People who need people are the luckiest people in the world. Where children needing other children and yet letting our grown-up pride hide all the need inside, acting more like children than children. Lovers, they're the luckiest people in the world. With one person, one very special person, a feeling deep in your soul says you are half, now you're whole. No more hunger and thirst, but first be a person who needs people. People who need people are the luckiest people in the world. Go to it, Ralph. Always comes around to bless happy-hearted ones, I guess it's true. Get your share, there's a lot of joy to spare. Any heart that's free from care will do. Don't mind the raindrops, wait till the rain stops. You'll find the sun laughing at life. No road is lonely if you will only smile through your tears, laughing at life. Yes, live for tomorrow. Laugh all your sorrows away. Come on and cheer up. The skies will clear up. Lose all your blues, laughing at life. Thank you.
A final visit to the festival later.